everybody, and welcome. I am Sasha Gilbert, and as always, I will be your host this evening. And joining me tonight, we have Ms. Margaret Laparena. Hello, Margaret. How are you tonight?
Hello, Sasha. Hello, everyone. Nice seeing you guys.
You as well, my friend. Also joining us is Mr. SVP, Gary Bernhard. Welcome, Gary. How are you tonight?
Hey, Sasha, Margaret, good to see you all. I'm doing great. Great to see you, and I'm ready to have a great time tonight. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Always a pleasure. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I think we're going to go like that. So, for those of you watching tonight, we want to share with you the opportunity to enter the financial industry, to create a new revenue stream, an additional revenue stream, and to really understand the dynamics of the industry and how virtual financial is different. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh, I don't like that layout, guys. We're going to rearrange the slides. There we go. So taking a look here, one of the things I love about our company is that everybody is represented. Would you agree with that, Margaret?
Yes, everyone who is capable can be part of virtual financial.
Absolutely. I'm working with people that are in their 70s. I'm working with people that are like maybe not even old enough to drink. I didn't actually ask, but they're very young and it's so much fun. Gary, is there a benefit to having a lot of diversity within a company?
Well, I just think it helps build strength because one of the things that we love to utilize is we take advantage of other people's strengths and we let our weaknesses let them be handled by someone else. So my strength is not necessarily your strength, which is not necessarily Margaret's strength, but together we can be strong.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that so much, Gary. I love that. We were actually just talking in one of our meetings the other day about how traditionally in the industry, you only work with the person that brought you in, and you can only go, just within that straight line, up or down. That's not how we do things at Virtual Financial. How would you describe how we collaborate and work together, Gary?
Well, it literally is collaboration through a incredible system that we've developed, and I like to call it the assembly line system, kind of like what Henry Ford, how he did the Model T. We use the same approach in this industry, and it's revolutionizing the whole way the industry is going, and people are going to catch on to what we're doing soon.
Absolutely, they are. Absolutely. Now, Margaret, I never know when I call you if you're going to be at home or at the office or at a meeting or where you might be. How does it work for you running this business virtually?
Well, you said the word. It's virtual. That means wherever I have an internet connection, I can work. Whether it's on the beach, in my home, at the office, or even in the park with my grandson.
That is so exciting. I work whenever I go down to Atlanta or over to Virginia. I'm heading to South Dakota in a couple of weeks. And it's so nice to not have to take time off work. Like I can just take it with me wherever I go. But does that work like outside the country, Gary? Would you know anything about that?
Absolutely. For the last 5 years, I've traveled extensively outside the country for at least 3 to 4 months a year. And it has not slowed my business down at all. The only thing that slowed me down was the time zone change. So when it's morning here, it was nighttime there, and I had to figure out how to stay up late to work.
For a while there, you were really making me look bad because everybody was like, well, he's in Japan and he's getting it done. I'm like, yeah, but I'm tired. No, I'm just teasing. It is really cool, though, to see how many people you're able to help no matter where you are, and that you can work as many hours or as few as you choose to. So that's absolutely incredible. Let's take a look at the actual opportunity, though. You both know, and everyone watching probably knows, that I currently have about 29 Amazon boxes ready to go out to recycling. I do a lot of shopping, a lot of shopping. And when you add that retail industry and the real estate industry together, I mean, it's less than half of the financial industry. What does that mean for people, Margaret?
Well, there's room for growth. There is a lot of room for growth.
Absolutely. Is there the opportunity to earn a substantial income
Yes, 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 it is.
being from the beach?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to talk to Margaret much the last couple days because she's been earning that substantial income. And that means she's busy. It's a good problem to have. You know, Gary, you and I joke often about the largest taxi cab company not owning a vehicle and the largest hotel not owning a single building. You know, how is virtual financial doing what Netflix, Amazon, and the others have done to their industries?
Well, there's so many points, but the number one thing that I would point out is that we are doing things virtually. We're not just zooming traditionally. We have an absolute system that allows you to plug and play, and you figure out which role you want to play and which way you want to go with it. And the opportunity is just uncapped. You can do as much as you want or as little as you want and still be very successful. So we have revolutionized the entire industry with a system and an approach that is beyond belief once you see it.
Absolutely. I know our founder, Delfino, was sharing that he would have all these ideas. You know, he's been in the industry for like 40 years and he had all these ideas, and people would say no. And he would say, but why? Well, because this is how we've always done things. And he's like, well, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So here we are 10 years later with this incredible system that he and so many others helped to build. So that's pretty exciting. And for those of you watching, we're not exaggerating. What these companies did to their industries, virtual financial is doing to the financial industry. And it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So, do we have a problem that we're solving, Gary?
Well, yes, because financial illiteracy is the number one crisis in the world. So our approach to education and teaching people about money and how it really works is so spot on. And we are going to educate as many people as we can in the shortest amount of time to get people off the sucker cycle and let their money work for them. People need what we do, and we don't charge anything to help people. And that's the beauty of our system.
Absolutely. And so, you know, this is just kind of another issue that needs to be normalized. We need to normalize making it okay to have these conversations with people because so many Americans are drowning in debt. They're living check to check. I mean, Margaret, right there, 70% of Americans are financially stressed. And I know you're working with a lot of those people.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You would not believe the questions that they will ask. And my first thing is, okay, you need a good education. You need to understand how money works and then talk with a financial professional and map out a plan that will best work for them.
Absolutely. So we just help people that are in debt, or who are the people we help, Gary?
Everybody that's functional in society that has something to live for.
Amen to that. Amen to that. I love it. That's incredible. Do you know, we don't sell insurance. That's a great way to lose friends. We take a different approach. And I know we show this book every time. This is our How Money Works book. This really opens a lot of doors, not only because people need it, but because it's more comfortable for them to talk about it. Gary, I think you said last time, nobody wants to be sold to, myself included. And so would you describe what we do as selling, Gary?
No, not at all. Not at all. We just give people a few basic concepts and start a conversation about those concepts and how they apply to them.
Absolutely. And these are two of my favorite pages in the book. That first page there goes over something so basic that a lot of people don't know, and that's the rule of 72. You just take 72, divide it by the interest rate, and that's how many years it takes to double. So I don't know about those of you watching, but I know I'm actually getting 0.09% on my savings account. But let's just say I'm getting 1%. It's going to take 72 years to double. Gary, do we have maybe some better options for people?
Well, I just want to let you know that at 0.09%, your money is going to take 800 years to double.
I did the math. I know. I just can't stand thinking about it.
Mind-boggling. 1/10 of 1% can make that much difference. That's mind-blowing. 1/10 of 1%. Difference between 72 years and 800 years. Wow.
Absolutely. Especially when you think about what the banks are doing with our money, and they're actually doing exactly what we would help all of you do. So we're just kind of flipping the tables and giving you the advantage instead of the banks, because we work with financial professionals that they know everything. I mean, if you can be doubling your money every 6 to 8 years instead of every 72 years, to me, that just sounds like something worth looking into. Margaret, what about the 7 money milestones? I mean, do we go over those with people, or do they need to just study the book? What happens there?
Actually, we give them the book, but we actually go over the 7 money milestones, and they can apply for information. As they do their financial needs analysis, they can determine what is important to them. Getting a good education. Some people do have a basic understanding of how money works. However, they just may need to understand how to apply it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Gary, when looking at those 7 money milestones, what are some of the ways that we can help people?
Well, we talk about debt management, and we have tools to help people reduce their debt and get it under control. And one of the other ones I really like is we have an opportunity to get a little side hustle going on, and we'll talk about that. And we can teach them how to make an extra stream of income during the 7 money milestones. So it's just invaluable. But like Margaret said, you pick out the ones that are more important to you. But we go over all of them briefly, and we get in depth when the questions are asked, because it's a two-way conversation when we do these sessions. It's really valuable. People learn a lot of things they never knew. Like, they're spending $60 a month at Starbucks on their Frappuccinos, and that could actually be worth that could be $1 million coverage on somebody.
I make my own iced coffee and drink it out of a mason jar.
Okay. All right.
Don't be in my Starbucks now. That's a special treat when I travel. Okay, so let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. In a world with smartphones and Netflix, how many people are actually going to read the book? Am I right?
Nobody.
Should they be worried about that, Gary?
No.
Is it okay if they haven't read the book?
Nope, not at all. In fact, that's why we point out when we talk with them, we talk about page 62, which is the rule of 72, and page 75, which is the 7 money milestones. And we edify the financial professional that's going to walk you through the book. It's sort of like bringing the book to life without having to read it. And it's really
You're
great.
going to get the Cliff Notes version. Absolutely. I love that. Love, love, love it. Now, from the time that maybe I talk to someone and I give them a copy of the book and I make them their appointment and they meet with the financial professional, and, from start to finish, are they ever going to feel like they're being sold to?
No, no, they will not. They
That's
just,
a good thing.
Yes, we are approaching this with education. If we can help, great. If we can't, they've gotten a beautiful gift for $20 that didn't cost them a thing.
Amen. And that's a bonus on two fronts, because number one, it's a bonus for our clients because we don't ever want them to feel like they're being sold to. We're here to help them. But it's also a bonus for people that may want to enter the industry, but they don't want to be in sales. Our teachers, our nurses, all kinds of people that are now entering our company, but they don't want to sell. What they do want to do is educate and help people. So that's
yes.
a beautiful thing. But what about the new agent that knows nothing? Do they need to wait like 6 months, Gary, and memorize everything before they can start earning an income?
Not at all. Once they get their license out of the way, that's the biggest hurdle, getting the license done. Once that's done, if you know how to talk to people and read, you can start making money.
Yeah, you can. I've been at this a long time and I always have my binder with me. Always. Because that really is it. You just have to know how to read. Our system is so simple. It's absolutely incredible. It's hard to explain. But Margaret, I know you've also been in the industry a long time. And when I first entered the industry, I was given a lot of information and then I was just abandoned. Like I called, I met clients, I made appointments, and then I just had to figure it out. And I was not educated enough about the industry to always be able to put people with the right products. And
Yeah.
so, how do you feel that this new system we have affects our clients?
Well, it is a positive effect with our clients. A brand new person, no, that person may not know a whole lot about the products or product knowledge, but they can make a phone call, they can send an email, they can introduce. And as a manager, you know, I would just oversee everything they do and try to assist them in every way possible.
Absolutely. And I could be a financial professional. I mean, I have the education, the experience, the background. I have the ability to really memorize everything, just by reading through it real quick. But the thing is, I don't enjoy this. I don't like it. And so, because we are revolutionizing the industry, because we have taken the job and divided it into three different roles, I don't have to do it. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. So I do these two roles because I enjoy them. Now, both of you, you're a little bit different. Gary, how do you utilize your options with the three different roles?
Well, it's kind of interesting. So 34 years in the Navy, a lot of experience with military. So if I have a friend that I'm helping, I will do all three roles. I'll be the manager, I'll be the inviter, and I'll be the financial professional. Now, if it's a little more difficult case, maybe some things that I'm not quite up to speed on because I've only been doing it since 2014, I may call in one of our financial pros and get their advice, and then I may end up introducing my client to that person. And it works incredibly well because we want to do the right thing for each client. And everybody and every family is different. So it's our job to find out what the need is, then figure out which way to go. And it works so well because we have so many choices.
Yes,
Yes.
it's absolutely incredible. Margaret, what's your favorite role?
Well, I like the manager and the financial professional. Like Gary, I have worked as a financial professional with my group, and it is very, very exciting for me. And also, as a manager, I love to oversee and help out and, just point out little things for each of my agents. and they really appreciate it because, being in the industry as long as I have, you learn a lot of things. You learn a lot of shortcuts, things that wouldn't, I would say, wouldn't be a nightmare to me, but would actually be a nightmare to someone else.
Absolutely. I don't like doing the financial professional role. I think primarily because I don't want to have to keep up with the IRS code. When we're helping clients, we look at everything. For
Mhm.
example, if I were to get a large sum of money, my instinct would be to pay off my house. But after meeting with the financial professional, I learned that because our kids are all leaving home, we actually benefit more from keeping that tax deduction
Mhm.
and putting our money into a financial instrument where it can grow tax free. And, there's a million other benefits. And that wouldn't have occurred to me because nobody likes having a mortgage. So, these are just some of the things that I don't want to do. But I'm so grateful for our financial professionals that we probably have 300 years worth of experience with just our top leadership
Mhm.
within the company. It's absolutely incredible. I love it. This is my favorite part, Gary. We've kind of hinted at the system a little bit. What would you like to share about? We have perfected this thing even over the last month. The things we've done are just incredible. What do you want to share with our viewers?
Well, I'd like to share the plug and play concept and read to succeed. If you are willing to work, we have the tools that make this journey accessible, doable, duplicatable. You can teach somebody to do it, and it will absolutely in just it's going to entice what you do and how you do it. And once you grasp it, it's simple, it's fun, but it takes work. So that's all I'd say. We have the system, it takes work, but man, the rewards are out of this world, like that rocket right there.
I love it. With the push of a button, boom. Margaret, you and I were actually in a Zoom meeting earlier going through some of our social media and just marketing stuff.
Yes. Yes.
How easy is it for you to just log in and create that material and get it out there on social media or an email campaign, etc.?
Like Gary said, it's plug and play. It's plug and play.
Absolutely. It is. I've allocated 15 minutes on my schedule every morning from 6 to 6:15 in the morning. And I'm honestly done in less than 5 minutes. It's so fast. And that's
Mhm.
everything. Absolutely everything. But I think for me personally, what I love the most is that everything's connected and automated. And so, Margaret, if you were my financial professional and I were to give you a client, I don't have to be calling you or texting you. Like, you're going to see everything. I'm going to see everything. The system does it for us. And it's just exciting. I
Yes.
absolutely love it.
Yes.
Well, I got to put a little plug in there because this has been a male dominated industry from its inception. What are we going to do about that, Margaret? What are we going to do?
Well, the women are on the rise. And so we're talking to a lot of females. A lot of females been reaching out to me, and I know they've been reaching out to you and as well as you, Gary. I know. So you got a lot of women who are really ready to jump in this industry and learn as much as they can.
Absolutely. And not only do we have incredible men like, that founded the company, and Gary Bernhardt is on the leadership team. We have all the support from the men in the company. We are absolutely treated like equals.
Yes.
They don't set the bar any lower for us just because we're women. We're GI Janing this thing. But we also now have a group. We have a leadership team for women where we all come together once a week, officially, more
Mhm.
often, unofficially.
Yes.
And we're able to communicate, differently than we do in mixed company, and just really encourage and inspire and build one another up. And we're just creating this momentum of motivation that is just exploding. And so, ladies, do not be intimidated by the fact that it is a male dominated industry, because, well, it won't be forever. So give us a call. Now, Gary, I love working with you so much, and you just have such a way of expressing yourself. The people watching that are maybe interested in getting some more information from us, who is it that we're really looking for? What type of person?
Well, we're looking for folks who want to make a difference, looking for people who are not satisfied with the status quo, looking for people who are not afraid to work, looking for somebody that wants to change the trajectory of their families. All this is possible.
Wow, I like that. I like that. What about the person that, their alarm clock goes off and they just have a hard time getting out of bed and going to their 8 to 5 job? Their boss is always calling them, "You're late, you're late." Yeah,
Yeah, that's not good.
You
They're not motivated.
Got to find what trips your trigger. So I think everybody has motivation. They just haven't found out where to plug it in.
I like that.
Yes.
So I do think it's important to be able to look in the mirror and be honest about who you are and which areas you need to grow in. Being a self-starter who's also coachable is so important, because we have this system and it works. I mean, it works. And so if you're coachable, we can help you implement that system. You can be independent within 2 weeks. Someone like me or Margaret or Gary Bernhard, I mean, it would have been like 3 days and we would have been like, okay, we're good. We're going to work, but within 2 weeks, you can be independent. But you do have to be coachable. You have to be willing to embrace the last 11 years that have been invested into creating this for you. And so if that describes you, please, if you want more information, leave a comment and ask for it, and we will get that to you. One of us will reach out to you via messenger, text, email, whatever you prefer. You can let us know, and we will get you that information. And on that note, I just want to, as always, Margaret and Gary, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Is there anything that either of you would care to add for those that are watching?
I would say, if someone have invited you to come to this meeting, call them back, reach out to them and share with them what you think about it. And if you wanted to reach either one of us,
there it is.
It's on the page here.
Absolutely. Gary?
Yeah, one last final thought. If you're looking to change your life, if you're not afraid of work, if you're not afraid of learning something new, maybe check out what this industry has to offer for you.
Yes,
absolutely. And that's another part of our system that works really well with people in other industries. So for example, if you're in the housing market right now and your bank account's hurting and you're starting to get a little bit of, nervous, give us a call. We actually have a new book coming out, hopefully soon, How Many Works for Homeowners, and we've got How Many Works for Women, as well as our original book, How Many Works, Stop Being a Sucker. And these books really allow us to target people in different areas based on who they are and what they need. And we do have Spanish versions available as well. So if you are just looking for a change or you're wanting to supplement what you're already doing, it's worth a phone call. It's worth getting some information. So please take a screenshot, write down our names and numbers. The QR codes are there for you, and just reach out. And on that note, thank you all so much for coming. I hope this webinar has just given you a little bit to think about and maybe given you a little bit of hope. And on that note, have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Bye.